So I'm realizing the only thing that I ever want to do when I'm on my phone is either talk to somebody or have somebody talk to me. And that's it. I kind of feel like I thought I was using my phone for more than that. Like, the promise of social media is like, no, you can talk to everyone. You can talk to everyone all at once, and everyone can talk to you all at once. But I'm realizing that, like, that's not the case. You can only ever talk to one person at one time. And that's kind of the lie of social media, of connection, is like they're trying to speed it up. They're trying to kind of blast you with a million different points of view. A million. Like, you scroll on TikTok. I mean, you could get snapshots of like 200 different human lives in maybe 60 seconds. There's just never been anything like that ever. Even like the biggest book ever couldn't communicate all the information we take in 60 seconds on TikTok because it's coming at us visually, we're hearing it too. We're thinking about why people would make the content that they make. Like, when I see a thirst trap, like, there's a whole story. I have to kind of figure out why that person would be thirst trapping. And it's like a whole story, a whole novel in my head. But when I realize I just want to talk and I just want to listen, like, it gets really nice. And it gets really, it feels like I found the point again. And I think that's why people love podcasts so much. Making podcasts, listening to podcasts, like, it's that joke. Everyone has a podcast. Yeah, because everyone has a life. I don't think that, like, shouldn't I start a podcast? I feel like at some point everyone will be born with a podcast. Or, some form of sharing their ideas. Because some people's TikToks are their podcast. Or, their baking recipes that they share on their blog. Or their Facebook statuses. You know some bitches. I know you know some bitches. If you don't have a podcast, you will have like a cluttered Facebook feed. And my advice is, like, if you are on Facebook posting all day, I would start a podcast. Like, someone's going to want to listen, and that's going to feel really good, I promise. Cuz it feels good to talk together, to hang out. So what are we going to hang out on today? I have on a sheet mask and it's really hard to speak without it sliding. I'm gonna take it off soon. I got these. Ugh. Okay, we can talk about this. I didn't think I was ready to talk about it, but like, we can talk about it. I spent like $200 on Amazon on sheet masks. And I don't know if you can tell, I talk a little bit different when I have the sheet mask on. My friends are like, it sounds like you just got Botox when you when you're calling me and you have on the sheet mask, because I literally have to speak in a way like my face is frozen. Anyways, no Botox yet. Maybe we can talk about that later. Um, but the sheet masks, shit. You don't even really need to know. Basically, they suck. Like, it's a simple story. When you buy some shit and it sucks and you're like, what the hell? It's anger. I feel anger. I got somebody a gift of some Ray-Ban sunglasses this year, 2 pairs, and they were supposed to be colorful because it's like, oh, this person loves color, and I want to honor that they love color in their lives. So let's get them some funky fun glasses that they would never buy for themselves, but I know that they would appreciate. Anyways, they come and the lenses are like so dark they're black. Like, it's like they're colored lenses, but they're fully tinted down. And I thought they were like colored, they figured out like color UV sunglasses, Ray-Ban. Turns out, no, they still have to make them dark to work. Figure that one out. Maybe like if they were transitional shades. Oh, fuck, that's a really good idea. Gosh. I mean, I'm glad I'm recording the podcast so I have the ideas. Um, Transitional lenses, remember those from early in the 2000s? Like, every mom would like walk into a building wearing sunglasses. Do you remember this shit? This shit was so iconic to me. This was like why I went to school. Like to see the beloved faces of my teachers outside in their parka, because you know how teachers have recess duty in the US, teachers take turns. I don't know why I keep saying in the US, in the US. I think it's because I know that the internet, like, is everywhere. So I don't know where you're listening from. In fact, I'd love to know if you wanted to DM me. Not like specifics, babe, but like generals. Generals of where you are. Let me know, please. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. They were wearing their transitional shade glasses, their prescription sunglasses that are clear inside. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want for colored lenses. Make them colorful when you're inside stunting, and then make them sunnies when you're outside. That is a $1 billion idea. Thank you. And like, then they're like blue light glasses, because if you're wearing yellow glasses, do you know that those are blue light glasses? Like, I don't know the specifics of it, but you know the blue light glasses where it's like, for some reason during COVID, everyone started screaming. I don't know if you remember, but there was like a panic. There was like a whole like there was a second pandemic, genuinely, of blue light that started. And that's not to minimize the real pandemic, but I mean like people treated it. I think they were kind of feeling the COVID stress and they were applying it to blue light because I just remember I read so many stupid articles about like Zoom meetings. You need to wear your blue light glasses in your Zoom meetings. It's like, this feels like just another thing you're trying to sell me. I get the concept, but like, could a pair of yellow sunglasses work? Since that would block out blue light, you know? Please, a scientist, tell me, please. That's important information. Anyways, just remove the blue light from the screens is all I've ever said. Like, if it's bad, why is it there? That's kind of like, I always feel like, please remove anything harmful from cigarettes. You know what I mean? Like, surely there's a cigarette. Well, I guess it's a joint, but like, and there's still carcinogens in that. But surely there's a cigarette that doesn't kill you that we can make. That's just like peppermint. You know? Because it is cool to smoke. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that that's not cool. To put something in and out of your mouth, it's fun. To like have something dangling while you speak. That's why I like the toothpick. I like painting with the toothpick sometimes. It helps me access like it just gets me out of my head. Like I have something to chew on, literally. So I get why people smoke, because I do the toothpick for it. Some people do gum. That's probably the best solution. I haven't chewed gum regularly in years, but that seems like a boring topic to cover, so like, let's move on. There was something that was interesting to me. Botox. So with Botox, I'll probably get it. Like, don't you think? I hate when people are like, I'll never get that. Yes, you will. You know what I mean? Like, okay, let me try and explain this. I feel like everyone is gonna get Botox who is a certain age, like a certain, like, let's say everyone under 30 is gonna get Botox in their lives because Botox is gonna get really, really good. Like, I think people say, I'm not gonna get Botox. And they think like of it in like the 1980s Botox way where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna go in and get my face frozen full of toxins. It's like, no, I'll get Botox when it's like, it fits my vibe. So like Botox isn't always gonna be needles in the face. They're already figuring things out where there's like Botox creams. You see what I'm saying? Like, if I can achieve that in something that's not a needle, do you know how much I would pay for that? Do you know how much everyone would pay for that? And don't tell me you wouldn't. Don't sit there. They're gonna figure it out. Anyways, I'll get Botox. It's not like I need it. Like, I feel like I need it. I'm not saying that, like, I'm not perfect the way I am, blah, blah, blah. Come on. I'm perfect the way I am. Well, now, hold on. Let me sit in this. Because, I think it's our responsibility to think these things through. Am I perfect the way I am, or do I need Botox? I don't think they have to be mutually exclusive. In the same way that, like, a trans person can know and follow me. Know that they are perfect the way they are, that they are just a beautiful being and they don't have to have gender, but they still may want to get a surgery to align with a specific binary. They can do that. That doesn't mean that they don't know that they're beautiful and perfect. They just want to do something to make the perfection more beautiful, comfortable, the way they like it. So I think if you're getting Botox because you like yourself, period. You know what I mean? And anything you do because you like yourself, go off, do it. Anything you do because you don't like yourself, I would focus on the fact that you don't like yourself and like try to heal that first. There we go. That's how we get to like full real opinions on things. I love Botox. I just keep picturing Kim's face, and it's not that I think she's had like an ungodly amount of Botox. I think she's been honest about having Botox, and I think that's kind of the thing is like we're watching the world normalize it in real time. Like even 10 years ago, it was shameful to have like work done, they call it work done, even though what does that even mean? But then like the lip fillers came in, the Botox came in, it became trendy, the BBLs came in, which is a whole nother conversation that I'm not prepared to have because I don't feel the societal pressure as a man to get a BBL. So don't ask me about BBLs. I don't feel the pressure to get one. I can't really weigh in. But I'm saying that cosmetic surgery is actively being normalized in our generation. Period. We were born in a world where it wasn't okay, and we're going to leave a world behind where it's okay. That's all I'm saying. I wonder what that'll look like. I just keep picturing Kim's face because she's kind of the new poster for whatever age she is, kind of becomes the standard for what, like, she's 40 now. That's apparently what 40-year-old women are supposed to aspire to. So it's like I always kind of watch her with this interested eye of like, what's her line? Because, you know, her mom's line for surgeries, Kris Jenner, is very open about having surgeries done. And her line was different. And she pushed things forward for her generation too. I'm not saying just them, but I'm saying they're kind of the faces I picture when I picture Botox and like popularizing it, making it normal. You can have someone else. Anyways, we're done with Botox. We don't need to honor that anymore. I actually did, so like I'm a pretty shame-free person. Like I just ask questions because I want to know answers. I don't like care if somebody judges me for it. Anyways, I was in the dermatologist and I was like, "Hey, if I ever wanted to do Botox, what would that look like?" Like I'm genuinely just curious, right? Like I just have curiosity. I have no idea. I've heard that like you can get it. I don't even know how to begin getting it. Like it's like I don't even know how to open a checking account or something. It's like I want to learn. But my dermatologist treated me really weird. She was like literally she like laughed. She laughed. And she's like, "Well, we do offer Botox, but maybe in like come back to me in like 40 years." Huh? Why would you like shame me or diminish me? I wasn't saying like fill me up, doctor. I never said that. I literally just said like what would it look like to get Botox? I don't know why that's like a shameful question. I literally just want to know. I feel like why it's shameful is like they want you to just buy, spend, spend, spend. So they want people who like they can like quote unquote point out their flaws or show them areas to fix so they spend more money. And she wasn't perceiving me as needing it, so she was like, not a good sale, not gonna like do much here. And it's like, first of all, if I wanted Botox, I could get it today. Like, this is America. I live in America. I could have Botox today. I don't need you to like tell me no in that way or tell me that like wait 40 years. That's respectable, I understand, but I wasn't asking for Botox. I don't know why like I'm angry at her right now. Let me feel into that. I think I'm angry because the assumption was that I I shouldn't even think about that since I'm young. And to me it just shows a generational gap because young people sound off. These are the things we care about now. Am I wrong? Like older people just don't get it. They don't know what we've grown up in. They don't know what we've been exposed to. And they don't know why we are the way we are. And they're judging us for it. And when I ask about Botox, I'm literally just trying to educate myself because I see a world in which that's just going to be the norm. And I want to know. I want to know. And she was like, it felt like she was like being judgmental and closing the door and being like, you don't get to enter this world, little kid. And it's like, you don't know what it's like to be young now. I think Kylie Jenner probably has Botox. She's younger than me. So do the math. Wow, today's going to be about Botox. I want to change it though. That's enough on Botox. Um, what else is feeling very interesting to me today? So we started talking about the phone and talking about how, all we ever want to do on our phones is just talk to people, talk to a person, or have a person talk to us. Then why haven't they figured out texting? Like, I almost think it's a conspiracy. Hear me out. Hear me out. Because if texting had all the features of social media, all the great features of social media, why would we need social media? I'm going to let you sit with that. I think it literally is like a program where it's like they have the tech to do it, but they must have like signed something away that's like Apple can't start their own social media. Because if they did, like, I mean, I guess iMessage kind of is Apple's social media. Like, the blue text is kind of a club in itself. But I don't even mean that. I mean, they should have figured it out across all phones. Why is texting so boring? Texting is so bare bones. And it's crazy to me because it can't even match, because you have to pay for texting. But you don't have to pay for Instagram. You get what I'm saying? Like, why is the thing that costs more boring and harder to use to communicate with my friends and family? Like, I don't feel connected to people when I text. I've been doing this new thing where I text videos to people, but that only really works across iPhones because I don't know how that stuff comes in on Androids and looks and if it's easy to use. So they're just keep making it so complicated. But anyways, I've been kind of like vlogging my life for my friends and family. Like I'll send them a little video or I'll send them a little voice memo because I like when texting feels alive. I like when it feels like we're actually in conversation. And like I was saying on the last podcast, I think there should be more voice usage. I hate the fact that people are now using those fake voice filters on TikTok. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but like TikTok is slowly robotifying all of us. All of us. Like, okay, conspiracy number 2 for the day. Like, I guess it's Conspiracy Pod. Think about this. They make us put on a filter. Like, I go live, and it gives you the option to filter your face while you're live. Like, I can slim my jaw, I can make my eyes look bigger, and I think I can smooth out my skin. And that's just built into this free TikTok app. So, like, all of those things, I can change the way I look. And I'm presented to you live. Live. Then, on top of that body modification, they started introducing this voice filter where, like, you speak, but someone else is saying the words. It's the craziest technological thing I've ever seen, and I don't know why people aren't freaking out about this, because I have never seen technology this advanced in my life, and it's on a free-to-use app. I don't think, Adobe Creative Suite, so like Photoshop, they have video editing software. I learned that stuff, and it's expensive, and it's hard to use, and it's like really powerful. I don't even know if you can do that on there. That's a crazy high level thing. Like I'll see girls talking, and they'll have like this gruff man action voice, and I don't know how it happened. I just woke up one morning, and you were able to not even have your own voice. Like they keep engineering us out of the equation. I don't get why that's what they're giving us, because I don't think that's what we're asking for. But maybe it is what we're asking for. Like maybe we are asking to be filtered away. online. Because like it's kind of becoming like everything is metaversifying, and you have your customizable avatar, say in like a Fortnite video game, but then you also have your customizable avatar, which is you. Oof. So it's like you, but better. And I saw a wonderful TikTok today from an older woman who was saying, I used to not really get like why young people this generation are so insecure. Because I was like, oh no, we've been through that. We've been through having to see like beautiful, unattainable people in magazines and TV shows for our whole lives. We have the pain. And it's like, yes, but she realized the next step of it, which is, but now we're not just being compared to other people. We're being compared to the fantasy version of ourselves. Our filtered self is now the new and they're giving us more and more things to filter ourselves so that they can sell us more and more things to filter ourselves. I need you to know that this is how it works. This is a business. And one day soon, it's probably already true that like the premium, the good filters are locked behind paywalls. They're just creating new markets. They're creating new insecurities because keep in mind that the internet doesn't literally exist. So you're like paying your digicoin, like your Bitcoin, in order to get a digital upgrade on your digital avatar, which is you. I mean, that's a mic drop. You know what I mean? We can get off that because that's a little heavy. That's a little deep. But I think it does tie into like why I asked about Botox. Like I feel like this is all combined. Like it's impossibly hard to be a secure adult, a secure young adult, and be online. Like you have a lot that you're up against. That's all I'm saying. Like really care for yourselves. Take it slow is my advice. I feel like we always get to advice. My advice is take it slow, one moment at a time. Focus on what you're seeing. And like if you do have to focus on like a complicated image, like a perfect looking person or photoshopped abs, I can tell you that I don't photoshop my abs. Like that would be irresponsible. But some people do. So you have to like look closely and be like, okay, am I looking at the person or am I looking at the avatar that they want to be? Because there's always a gap. There's always a gap. Even if you post a video of you crying, like there's still a gap because you chose like the clip where you like don't say something rude. You know what I mean? Like we are looking at filtered people all day. So just be careful. And I think that's why I wanted to know more about the Botox, not because I was like, I'm going to get it right away, babe, but literally because it's like, I deserve to know. If I have to be in this world, I deserve to know. I deserve to know the tricks they are using. Because if they are going to use them, it's only fair that we all have the tools that they're using and get to decide if we want to use them or not. Because if they're going to use those things to make more money than us, to act like they're prettier than us, it's our job to learn the tools. So I just always want to learn. And it made me so upset. I hate to say it again that she was like, maybe in 40 years. Like, excuse me. What if I want to look better now? You know what I mean? Like, so dismissive. You're a doctor. Huh. Well, medicine isn't perfect, but like, let's not get into that. I will get into it someday, but I just don't think that would be relatable to a non-American audience. Like, why do you care? You know, I'm not saying everyone's perfect, but if you're listening from a country with like universal health care, it would just be really depressing for you to listen to what it's actually like here. Because it's just really expensive and really time consuming and really pointless and really backward in a lot of ways, like really against your health in a lot of ways. But we can talk about happier things. I'm looking at my two adorable twin kittens in a chair, and I literally couldn't be happier in this moment. Like, they're just snoozing away like little cartoons, and they followed me up here. They followed me up here and sat in this chair because I was talking, and they were like, he's talking to us. And they really do like respect me in that way. Like these three little kittens that I got, three boy kittens, think that I'm dad and like follow me everywhere and like want to know what I'm doing at all times. It's the best. I get being a parent. I mean, I don't get like being a parent to a human, but I get like parenting on this level where it's like I will protect you. I will do anything for you. I will I will be your like superhero because you are precious. It's a great feeling though to get to give to animals in that way. It's such a beautiful thing. Like everyone has that animal, like that pet that's like, oh, our bond was beyond um animal human. Like that was a soul connection. You know? Like tell me if I'm wrong. Like and it can happen with a lot of animals, but like everyone has at least one where it's like that dog was everything to me and I was everything to that dog. Like that is just such a beautiful part of life. I love pets. I can't talk about it too much cuz it's like, oh, life leads to death and like blah blah blah. Like no, let's not go there. Let's just stay in life. Let's just be happy. Let's just be happy that they're here because like what a gift. Anyways, I don't know why the word frozen yogurt has been in my head the entire episode. Oh, I think I said frozen face at the beginning, and now like frozen has been bouncing in my head because I also saw Elsa from Frozen, and I think I talked about her ass last time. Do I need to talk about Elsa? I don't think I'm like a Disney person, so I don't have the authority to say anything on her. What does she want me to say about her? What is she wanting? All right, fine. Let's kind of do a séance here. I'll like kind of embody Elsa and like ask her what she wants to tell you right now. Okay, Elsa, if you're here, please say what you need to say now. Wow, her message was powerful. All she said was, "Don't worry about me. I'm happy." And I haven't even seen Frozen 2, so I don't know what happens in that movie. Is there something to worry about? Should I watch? I just don't have Disney Plus. Oh, don't even get me freaking started on the streaming services. Let's not even go there. You know it sucks. Anyways, Elsa, why would she say that? What happens in Frozen 2? She's okay though. Don't worry about her. What a cozy night. It's raining outside. I'm just kind of relaxing into my evening. Probably gonna make some tea after this, which actually I am excited about that because I got a new tea from the store today that I've never seen before, like a loose leaf tea. It's like a turmeric chai. Um, and then I mixed it with some extra turmeric I had, so I'm excited. It's gonna be like a golden milk. That'll be really yummy to luxuriate in, as we wind down for the day. I think I told you I want to be like a robe person now. I want to be a fully cozy person, and like robe is like adult cozy. Maybe recommend me a robe, because I get real tired of like having to look this shit up. If you have a robe that you like, I think I'd just rather hear from you. Like I don't need to go to an aggregate site created by a robot that like has a million different reviews and that might be bought and sold. I just want to hear it from a real person, like what's a good robe? Just like the old days. I think that's why so many people shopped at like J.C. Penney in the 90s, because it's like, you know what? It actually doesn't matter if it's the best quality. And our generation is on this freaking hunt for best quality. Like I used to be addicted to Yelp, like finding restaurants on Yelp and like making sure if I went to a restaurant it was above 4 stars, and like just kind of living in that metaverse, like not living in the real world, being like, oh, there's a better restaurant around the corner actually. And it's like, shut the fuck up. We're eating here and it's gonna be fun. And can it be fun to just eat at a bad restaurant? Like, so what I'm saying is, I'm tired of Amazon reviews. I'm tired of customer reviews. I want like community reviews. not customer reviews. That's so impersonal. I think that's why I said, like, brands, you better listen to this show because, like, we are small but mighty. Like, we're real people listening to this show. So, like, we have real opinions and real dollars. And, like, if there's something you send me, I'll try it out. Why not? And, like, I'll share my actual thoughts. And if that's worth value to you, company ass, if it's worth value to be kind of shitted on and kind of praised, because it's a real product and people deserve to hear how it actually works, then you'll pay me. And I won't settle for less. I will not settle for, hi guys, Blue Apron here. You know what I mean? Like, nothing against Blue Apron, but let it be of quality. Let the ad be of quality. Let me read it. Let me live it. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. It's just a nice night. It's just a nice night. I recommend that if you're listening, no matter what time you're listening, I think you could make where you're at right now just a little bit cozier. And, like, that matters. And I didn't realize how much that matters until, like, hard things started happening in my life. And it's like, oh, that shit matters. Because literally sometimes your coziness is all you have. And if you don't give it to yourself, you don't even have that. Like, cozy is a constant gift. Take it, use it. I'm all for, like, extra steps. Like I just don't care. I told you earlier, I don't really care about people's opinions. If they're irrelevant. So, like, I've taken to, like, making, like, my plane experience really cozy. And I just don't care anymore. I, like, take up my space. I, like, wipe down the seat with, like, a wet wipe. I, like, use hand sanitizer all the time. I ask for, like, the drink that I actually want and take time to, like, be like, what are the options? Da 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 da. And, like, I take time to get cozy and I don't just hurry along, like, my experience of that. I also bring a Squishmallow, like Squishmallow, the stuffed animals, and I hug that or use it as a pillow. It's cozy. I'm thinking about figuring out a way to get a little blanket on the plane because, like, I have to sit in this stupid seat. I don't want to call it stupid. This wonderful seat. It's a wonderful flight, but wouldn't it be more wonderful with a blanket? And if everyone brought their own blanket, wouldn't flying be solved? And I'll just let you think about that as we go for the day. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you leave me a comment. I love hearing from you. And a comment can look like a DM, like I said. I am watching and listening, and I appreciate you for doing the same. Talk to you soon. Bye.